Hi there, welcome to Pip's Tips Online bike maintenance videos. Today we'll be concentrating on setting up your index gearing systems. It'll help your gear change be silky and smooth, just like me. The bike we'll be working on today is a Pinnacle Arcos gravel bike, and it's got Shimano 1 of 5 equipped shifters at the front and a 105 derailleur with 10-speed cassette at the back. The principles of what you learn today, though, you can apply to any bike, like a town bike or a mountain bike or a road bike. To help you to get a better understanding of how these systems work, I've gone right back to basics and removed the chain from the drivetrain. And I've also undone the brake cable, the gear cable. So we're going to start from setting the end stops to the derailleur travel. If you can see in here, this top jockey wheel of the derailleur needs to be set so that when you're in the highest gear, it's just a fraction of a millimetre outside of the highest gear here. If you look down and line these two up, you'll notice it's about half a millimetre more to the outside. That's the high level stop, and it's adjusted here on these bolts. At the same time, we'll set the low level, and if you can see that, we're pretty much aligned with the first gear. This way, whatever happens, the chain can't fly into the wheel and smash the derailleur, and it can't fly off in between the cassette and the frame and damage the chain. The next job is to fit the gear cable back in. Before we do that, we'll screw the barrel adjusters all the way in, and then we'll just back them off 1.5 turns. That's the one on the derailleur. The other one's here on the frame, all the way in. And then we'll back it off 1.5 turns. Now we fit the gear cable.
Thank you. Welcome.
Pull it nice and tight. And just nip it gently. Like that. So an explanation of how these indexing systems work. Listen for the click. I push the lever a certain distance and it clicks. In between each click, the cable is moving the derailleur a fixed distance. Watch the derailleur move. Each time I click, it moves a fixed amount. And that fixed amount is equal to the distance between the gears on the cassette. So each click on the handle moves the derailleur 1 gear pitch. Now that we understand the principle of how these systems work, we'll go back to setting them up. So the gear cable is fitted, and now we're in top gear. We've clicked all the way to be in the highest gear, and this cable we can see is very floppy, and that's no good, because when we try and move up a gear or move down a gear, watch what happens. All that happens is we take a bit of tension up on the cable, but we haven't put enough tension on to move the derailleur. So that means we need to lose this slack. And we're going to do that initially by turning the barrel adjuster on the frame anti-clockwise as we look down on it until we start to see the slack go from this cable. Still very loose, getting tighter, a bit like a guitar string. Tighter and tighter, a little bit more, and then we try again with the handle. This time you'll notice the derailleur move, but not quite enough. So we're going to take some fine adjustment up on this barrel adjuster on the derailleur. We turn it in notches. 1, 2, 3, that's getting a bit tighter, 4, and now when we click on the handle, we've got a more deliberate movement of the derailleur. Let's refit the chain and come back and see how well the gears index. Okay, so we've got the chain refitted, and now we're going to see how well it indexes. We're in top gear, and now we're going to try and shift to 9th. Listen for the click. So we tried to move into 9th, but we don't have enough tension on the cable. So I'm going to go back into 10th, and then we're going to make a small adjustment on the barrel adjuster. 2 clicks, 1, 2, and we'll try again. It was a little bit slow, so we're going to go back to top gear, 10th, and again we'll give it 1/4 turn, 1 notch on there. Let's try again. 10th gear going into 9th. Much better. 8th, 7th, 6th, 5th, 4th, 3rd, 2nd, and 1st. When we start to come back down the gears, we might need to alter the tension again. 1st into 2nd, 2nd into 3rd, 3rd into 4th, and 5th, and 6th, and 7th, and 8th, 9th, and top gear. And that's pretty good. When we've ridden for a few miles, we might find that the cable stretches a little bit, in which case we'll need to add some tension on here. Let's simulate a fault where the cable tension is too tight. So we're in top gear, moving to 9th, 8th, 7th, 6th, and then we go back to 7th. So we clicked the lever, but it hasn't moved. Click back again, stays in the same place. And we'll click the lever to move to a higher gear again. It doesn't move. And this is because the cable is too tight, so it's not letting the derailleur move back to its natural position. So to overcome this, we're going to turn the barrel adjuster clockwise into its mounting. This will give us more slack. Let's do it now. We'll do it on the frame mounted one. 1, 2, 3 notches. Then we'll try again. Go back to our first position, which is top gear, and then we'll go up to 9th and 8th and 7th and 6th, and then we'll see if we can turn back into 7th and 8th, 9th, and finally top gear. So you see, it's only about setting the end stops so that the chain can't come off this side or this side, and then it's about getting the cable tension correct. Very simple. Well, there you have it. You've learned all about index gearing systems. See you next time. Bye for now.